Snowy plovers are a small shorebird that breeds, roosts, and forages along sandy beaches and former salt production ponds in the Pacific coast. Over the past century, their populations have declined greatly due to habitat loss, predation, and disturbance. As a result, they've been listed as federally threatened since 1993. SFVBO focuses on snowy plovers that live in former salt production ponds, with most of our efforts focused on Eden Landing Ecological Reserve and Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. Our work is definitely making an impact. In 2017, the Bay Area breeding plover population increased to 246 adults, up from 202 in 2016. This coincides with an overall increase in snowy plover breeding populations across the range in recent years. One of the most exciting things we discovered in 2017 was that least terns, another endangered species, established a breeding colony at Eden Landing Ecological Reserve. This is critical because least terns aggressively defend their nests and chicks from predators, which in turn provided defense for snowy plovers. Plovers recognize this, as they appeared to select nest locations closer to least terns, thus providing defense for their nests as well. Snowy plover nests had a hatch rate of 50%, which provides further evidence that the snowy plover population here in the San Francisco Bay is on its path to recovery. We banded 55 snowy plover chicks and found that 44% of them fledged. Furthermore, for the first time in 8 years, we found that California least terns were breeding here at Eden Landing Ecological Reserve. Our field season almost stopped before it even started. We found out late that we wouldn't be receiving the funding needed in order to fully monitor Eden Landing, the most important site for snowy plovers in the San Francisco Bay. But thanks to you and a timely grant from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Bay Delta Field Office, we were able to complete all monitoring at Eden Landing, providing a wealth of knowledge for snowy plover and least tern recovery. One of the major findings of 2017 was in fact two findings. First, we learned that California least terns could be attracted to nest at areas with oyster shell enhancement. Second, we learned that snowy plovers could greatly benefit from the presence of least terns. Once the least tern colony was established, snowy plovers established nests within 100 meters of the colony. Two of the main questions that we look to answer in the future are how can we attract snowy plover and least terns to nest in high density while keeping predators from decimating both nests and chicks. Furthermore, we would need to know how do plovers and terns interact when they do nest in high density. Answering these questions will significantly aid in the recovery of both species here in the San Francisco Bay. We could not do our work without support from the community. First off, I must acknowledge those of you who contributed to the Snowy Plover program in our time of greatest need. To those of you who contributed to our Save the Plovers program, Redwood Cider, who held a fundraiser and donated proceeds to the event, and those of you who have contributed generously to SFVBO, I say thank you.